What's going on, y'all? Good old friend Jesse Lee here. It's day two drone footage of hardening off. This is just gonna be a short video, not me yammering on forever. But this is day two. Yesterday we had these in the sun. Let me flip you around here so you're not staring into the sun. We had these in the sun for about an hour and a half. It was about a 72 to 75 degree day, a light wind. Perfect to get these guys moving a little bit. Now, I do have a light fan on them, a battery powered, rechargeable battery fan. Not much, I gotta buy a bigger one, but um, you know, they're big and strong as it is. Today's a little bit hotter, about 78 to 80, so we're gonna leave them in the sun about 3 hours. And then tomorrow is 82, so we're going to leave them in the sun for about 4 hours. And then Thursday, probably about 6 hours. Well, tomorrow, yeah, 4.5 hours. Then about 6 hours on Thursday. And then Friday, about 8 hours. And then Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be planting these guys up. So I recommend first day shade. Especially if these guys are small and not well established. But these guys are big and splitting and have buds and well in need of, you know, well in need of potting. But now the first day, shade, um, they're in the shade, so frankly you can put them for as long as you want. But I only recommend about an hour and a half in the shade. Next day, put them in the sun, especially if it's a 70-degree day, which you probably will be doing because it will be spring. Um, like I said, I got a really late start on these. I should have planted them from seed on March 1st. I didn't do it till April 26th. These guys are only about 6 to 6.5 weeks old, maybe 7, and they are, really, good. They're just not growing because they outgrew their pots. Doesn't how much nutrients I give them at this point. They're just not going to grow anymore. But for 6.5 weeks, that's pretty damn good. Um, but like I said, first day in the shade, as long as it's not like a 90-degree day, don't ever do it on a 90-degree or hotter day. Put it in the shade for an hour and a half. Next day in the sun for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, depending on the temperature. Obviously, the warmer it is, the less time you want. The warmer the temperature, or the cooler the temperature, the more you can. But like an hour and a half in the shade. Then yesterday was a perfect 72, 75, so I left it for about 2 hours. Today, 3 hours. Tomorrow will be about 4 to 5 hours, and then 6 hours, then 8 hours. Just ramp it up. Look at your plants, see what it's telling you. If it's getting some sun bleached leaves, you're doing too much too fast. If they're up curling or down curling or drooping, put that all into consideration. So you really need to, look at your plants and let them tell you what you're doing right or wrong. And sometimes sun scald doesn't happen right away. Sometimes it takes a day or two. So, you know, really listen to your plants and really just kind of go from there. So we're just going to slowly ramp this up. And then Saturday and Sunday, they're going in their grow bags and they're going over to the garden. And we're going to put the Miracle-Gro water soluble. First we're going to put the Miracle-Gro soil in, then we're going to put the shake and feed in, and then we're going to give it a douse of water with the water soluble. I don't know if I'll give it right away. I think I'm probably, just because it's going to have the Miracle-Gro soil and the shake and feed already in there, I'll probably give it a couple weeks just for it to establish a root base, and then I'll probably hit it with that Miracle-Gro water soluble. It don't want to go too much too fast. But like I said, look at your plants and just go by what your plants are. If they're not growing too well and they need more nitrogen, give it to them. If they're lacking it, give it to them. If there's too much, back off. Just I like the Shake and Feed because it kind of is a slow release. I like the Miracle-Gro Soil because it's kind of more like a slow release. The water soluble is more fast, so you kind of get the best of both worlds. So, with all things said, these guys are just sitting on my grill. It's got a perfect sunny day here. Let's see, we got about 3 to 4 fingers, about an hour left. Each finger is 15 minutes. And that's 7:30, so yeah, 8:30, that'd be about right. So, yep, these guys will be out to about 8:30. I'm probably going to leave them out till 9. And then tomorrow, 3 hours today. Probably be out 4.5 hours tomorrow. Probably 6 hours Thursday, 8 hours Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday, bam, and their 5 gallon grow pots over there, and then everything will be complete. Just water, 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 nutrients, nutrients, nutrients. And in the fall, harvest, harvest, harvest. And then, also in the fall, we're also going to be planting garlic and onions, and going to overwinter them in the garden boxes, so that way early spring we're going to have some early pop-up garlic and onions. So we're just doing some Spanish onions and Spanish yellow onions now, see how big they get, and also some bunching onions. But in the fall, you basically plant them about 8 weeks before, the garlic and the onion about 8 weeks before, let them get some green tops. The green tops will die off, but then in the spring they'll pop right back up, and you know probably about early summer you got good garlic scapes, and then you'll have also good onions, onion tops, all that. So I guess that's it, guys. This is day 2 of hardening off, and we'll see you tomorrow on day 3. Give some more tips and some fun facts, maybe. But I'm Jesse from Jesse Culpeppers. We'll see y'all later. Take it easy, y'all. Peace.